When Edward realized his family was a threat to Bella, they packed up and left town, leaving Bella in a deep depression that seemed like it would never end. Hours of inconsolable sobbing stretched into days, then weeks, then months, until her dad, Charlie, threatened to send her to Florida to live with her mother. By that point in the movie, many viewers were ready to leave for Florida too, because it seemed like the depression would never end, and began feeling depressed themselves. Refusing to leave, she began pulling out of the depression through her friends, particularly Jacob. Somehow, those long scenes of depressing depression didn't depress the fans of the Twilight Saga New Moon, the second of a $3.3 billion movie series. Yes, you heard correctly, $3.3 billion movie series. However one may feel about those movies in particular, or vampire stories in general, there's no denying they are immensely popular and influential with young minds. The power of video to capture the depth of Bella's depression also serves to portray the real sorrow and depression of a favorite Bible character, Samuel. When God rejected Saul as king and gave the throne to a better man, it was the last time he and Samuel saw each other alive. Yesterday, we pointed out Samuel's grief over the loss. He had such great hopes for Saul and Israel and was crushed by Saul's refusal to obey God and the need to replace him with a better man. So he grieved. 1 Samuel 15, verse 35. We also pointed out how much it hurt God and that our refusal to be a better man hurts God too. A message we need to hear loud and clear. After an indeterminate time of Samuel mourning for Saul, the next chapter picks up with God confronting Samuel with a simple statement. How long will you mourn for Saul, since I have rejected him from being king over Israel? 1 Samuel 16, the first half of verse 1. To pull him out of it, God gave him a new purpose and hope. He sent Samuel on a trip with a specific mission. Not to Florida, but to Bethlehem to anoint the better man as king, saying, Fill your horn with oil and go. I will send you to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have selected a king for myself among his sons. 1 Samuel 16, the second half of verse 1. God doesn't wallow in what might have been. Instead, he's focused on what needs to be. And in order for his plan of salvation in Jesus to be completed, David needed to be crowned as king. Perhaps God got tired of watching Samuel's depression as well. But regardless, he knew that a renewed purpose was Samuel's only way forward. The same principle applies to us today. We must not get stuck in mourning over what might have been for ourselves and others. When we fail and fall, we must repent and then renew our focus on what needs to be in our relationship with God. When others around us fail and fall, we can try to help them, but if they refuse to repent and accept God's offer of salvation, we must keep going and not let our sorrow slow us down. No matter where we are in life, Christ can give us renewed purpose, a real purpose. Jesus is the only way forward. He is God's anointed king. Will you find your purpose in him? Well, thanks for watching Morning Minutes in the Bible. Until tomorrow, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.